Welcome to Time Out with Tara. Today I'm sitting here with David Trewern. As you know, we are profiling some local businesses in the area and we could not pass this one up. David's a good client of mine and he has developed a product that we can't wait to share with you today. So thank you so much for having a chat with us today. Yeah. So can we get a little bit of a background, the Fliteboard. Now, what I know about the product is that it's a revolutionary way to ride over water. Tell us about it.
Yeah, okay, so like it's an electric surfboard with a hydrofoil attached to it and a little remote control so you can control the speed. So that you basically can hydrofoil above the water in pretty much silence, and you can travel for about 25 kilometres on a charge, so it's battery powered.
Yeah.
It's a really great experience because you're using wings under the water which are flying like a plane or so forth, so that it's a very different feeling of surfing, but equally as sort of exhilarating.
Yeah.
And it's a great new way to sort of travel around and have fun in the water.
Yeah.
And it's very environmentally friendly, it's battery powered, doesn't make noise, doesn't make any weight.
Yeah.
So
when you sent me the link, I thought, my God, we have to. Everyone in Byron is going to want one of these. We have to get it out there. I couldn't believe it. So, and how did the idea come about?
Well, I've been kite surfing for 20 years, and surfing and windsurfing for longer than that, and kite surfing on a hydrofoil for the last 3 or 4 years. And I sort of worked out a couple of years ago, you don't need a whole lot of power when you're up on the hydrofoil. So then had the idea of attaching an electric motor, and did a few little sketches and drawings and things, and did a bit of research and started pulling apart outboards and stuff, and then it's taken a bit of time, and now I've got it working and commercialising it and full steam ahead to hopefully release it as a product next year.
Yeah, wow, so 2018 is going to be a big year. You've got everything, and I've just sold you and Bet the property, and you've been living in Byron for a while now, but I'd love to hear a bit of your story about, moving up here, and you've got kids, and I guess, why you chose this lifestyle and how that's all worked out for you with the schooling and the community here.
Well, look, we were coming here, Bet and I, for probably 20 years, and we got married here 16 years ago out at Otago's, and every year we'd come back to Byron and we'd look at real estate and think about buying a property. and then I've had a couple of businesses, and I sold my last business down in Melbourne about 2.5 years ago, and we'd bought this place. So we bought this place as a bit of a holiday house, and we decided it was a chance to move up here, and which is all we could always wanted to do while our kids were still young. So we came up here about 2 years ago, and our kids are in the primary school, and it's been a great sort of experience. And initially I had a year off just to really, after having 3 businesses, work out what I was going to do next, and that's where this idea came from, just having a bit more time and being in such a creative environment. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs in Byron. So
that's what I was going to say. Like, a lot of the clients that we meet are, have got their own business or starting something, and that must be super inspirational for someone like you.
I mean, the two things is the environment. When you're not at work, instead of being in traffic driving home, you places like this.
Absolutely.
And there's just some really interesting, creative people here, and huge diversity, which is what I love about Byron. People from all walks of life, and everybody can find their own little tribe, whatever sort of tribe that happens to be.
Absolutely, and something like this, I mean, this is going to be massive in 2018, but creating jobs for local people here in Byron as well. And
really keen really keen to do as much of it as we can here. And some really interesting people here to employ and work with. Working with a great industrial design firm that's based here, and found some great local sort of team members. So who are all sort of want a bit more work-life balance. They prepare to work really hard, but at the same time have fun and work on a great project like this. So,
absolutely, it's very exciting. And with Fliteboard, so next year, over the next couple of years, is going to be quite huge for you. I mean, we'll put some really good footage up during this video so that people can see, and David's website and everything. But you're going to have people knocking on your door asking. Have you had a lot of people contact you already in regards to the product?
Definitely. Like, and I've gone from really having a year off to trying to have a year off, and spending a lot of time with the kids and nippers and doing all that sort of stuff, and surfing and kite surfing, to now I'm sort of working 15 hours a day again. But it's a little bit easier to do that here than in Melbourne.
Well, look at the view.
It's great. So it's already pretty intense, and working with a pretty big team of people, and I've got the website up, and we've had a huge amount of interest from all around the world, and people that want to use these for sort of adventure tours in the Galapagos Islands or running tours in New Zealand or using them on Lake Como in Italy. So
amazing.
It's got a huge amount of potential all around the world. I'm sure it's going to take a bit of time to sort of work out regulations and sort of all those sorts of things and set up for maintenance, and so there's a lot of work to do. But I was out on it this morning, and it just every time I go out, it reminds me that it's sort of like magic, you know, flying across the water in silence. So yeah.
How fast does it go?
So it goes up to about 40 kilometres an hour.
Wow.
And you can go for about 25 kilometres an hour for about an hour and 10 minutes on the large battery. I mean, look, it's not a cheap sort of toy. It's carbon fibre and the same sort of battery cells that Tesla use. So it's quite a sophisticated piece of equipment. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, everybody hates jet skis, including me. And this is hopefully it's an alternative to that in a lot of places, and replacing it with a much more environmentally friendly version that doesn't really have any amenity impact. Like there's no noise, there's no weight.
And originating in Byron.
Yeah.
Environmentally friendly. So how does it run? It's all
so all battery powered with an electric motor and a wireless hand controller, and then the hydrofoil wings, and it also breaks down and comes apart. And last week I took it to Merimbula, Sydney and Melbourne all in 1 week on the plane, although I had to transport the batteries by road because they can't go on the plane. So look, it's been a bit of an engineering challenge, and it still is, but now working with different experts around the world and to bring it all together. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we really wanted to get this interview in because we probably won't be able to get a hold of you in the next couple of years.
Hopefully I'll still have some downtime.
Yeah. So. I'll be like, I met this guy. I met him once.
I'll be here and out at the new property, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for watching today, David Trewern, and stay tuned. We'll be putting all of his website and details up so you can keep track of this fabulous Byron Bay product.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Thank you.